Good morning to all of you, dear aspirants. Uh, Today is 27th of July, and today is Monday. So we have to take up history, polity, and uh, geography with respect to our upcoming prelims examination. So just yes, is Priyaji. Good morning. Good morning. Excellent. And once again, congratulations for your very excellent performance yesterday with respect to the CSAT as well as GS. Okay. Okay. So I'm very much happy with your performance. But once again, yes, Pallavi. Good morning. Yes, Pallavi. Okay, excellent. So you have to continue it, you have to maintain it, and you have to maintain the consistency that is required as far as UPSC exams is concerned. So today our topic is history, polity, and geography. So just I am going to start with history, and I will discuss a few questions related to history. The questions which are very expected as far as our prelims upcoming prelims examination is concerned. So consider the following statement: civil service reforms were brought by William Bentinck. You have to examine whether this statement is correct or not. The second statement, Rayatwadi system was introduced by Lord Cornwallis. So, which of the statement is are correct? A1, B2, C both, and D none. So, good morning, Aryaji. Excellent. And congratulations to you for your grand performance. Okay, grand performance. So none. Isprihaji is answering D. That is none. So civil service reforms were brought by William Bentinck. This is correct. Yes, this is correct. But Rayatwadi system was introduced by Munro. Munro. It was not introduced by Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis is known for judicial reforms. Judicial reforms. You may say police reforms. Police reforms, judicial reforms. So the answer is A. Now consider the following statement regarding Oates Dispatch. Oates Dispatch, you may easily remember the year, that is 1854, and we should also take care of the chronology, take care of the statement regarding dispatch. European learning would improve moral character of Indians. So which of the statement is correct? A1, B2, C both. Both the statements correct. And we see D, none of the statement correct. So what is going to be your answer? So in this MCQ, we find that Oates Dispatch that came in the year 1854, and both the statements are correct. Both the statements are correct because Oriental learning was highly criticized. Yes, of course. Then it argued that European learning would improve moral character of Indians. Yes. So both the statements are correct. Both the statements are correct. Now, what were the causes that led to the decline of Mughals? So you see, the Mughal dynasty, which came in the year 1526. 1526, that is the Battle of Panipat. It was owned by Babur, and Babur is the first king, you may say emperor of Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire, and he was he laid the foundation of the Mughal Empire. Now it is good, I think, Aryaji and Isprihaji. Yes, it's good. It's not buffering at my site. Okay, it's good. So let us continue. Let us continue further. So the question is, What were the causes that led to the decline of Mughals? Decline of Mughals. So, number one, weak successors. Number two, Akbar's expansionist policy. And third, rise of local powers. So, there are three causes mentioned here in this MCQ with respect to the decline of the Mughal Empire. So, now you have to find out the correct answer. WOTS. So A 13, B 23, C 123, and D none. So 13, yes, correct, correct, Arya ji. Excellent, excellent. So 13 A is the correct answer. Weak successors, yes, this is correct. Akbar's expansionist policy, this was not the reason of decline of the Mughal Empire. So wonderful, Anand Kumar, welcome. So you have also joined us. So very good, Mr. Anandji. And yesterday evening, we conducted. Yes, good morning, Anandji. We conducted our class at 7:30, and that was only to just enthuse you and just to uh, the topic was the strategy. Okay, and I elaborated so many new things. Sorry for tomorrow. Yes. Okay, thank you. So let us see the next MCQ. Match the following. So such type of questions we may expect. Young Bengal movement, Vivekanand. Self respect movement, Dayanand Saraswati. Then Aligarh movement, Sir Sayyid Ahmad. So the third one is correct. Aligarh movement related to Sir Sayyid Ahmad. But I have watched it informative class. Thank you. Yes, very good comment. I concentrated upon the strategy only, and I have elaborated at length what should be done and what we should not do during examination hour. That is very important. The 2 hours, and you had told me that your marks is not going up. That is 50 to 60, in between 50 to 60. So that's why I just brought this class yesterday. So this was my intention, just to improve your score during mock test practices as well as the prelims examination that is going to be held on 4th of October. So in this MCQ, Aligarh movement, Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan, it is correct. So B is the answer. B is the answer. Now arrange the following events in correct chronological order. So such type of questions are asked in prelims examination by UPSC. Formation of HSRA, then settling up of Hunter Inquiry Committee, then Chauri Chaura incident. Okay, you might be remembering Chauri Chaura incident took place in the year 1922. If you don't know, please write it. 1922 Chauri Chaura incident. Then Kakori robbery case. Kakori robbery case. It took place in the year 1925, and Hunter Inquiry Committee that was set up in the year 1919. So this way, this is the chronological order. I have answered it. 1922 April 15. Yes, very good, excellent, Sprihaji, and you are in great form. Okay, very good. So consider the following statement. A resolution on National Economic Program was passed in Lahore session. So this is a statement one, whether you have to examine it, whether and find it whether this statement is correct or not. A resolution on National Economic Program was passed in Lahore session. Then the second one, Purna Swaraj resolution was passed during Karachi session. And third, a resolution of fundamental rights was passed in Nagpur session. So WOTSC, which of the statement is correct? A 13, B 3, C all, and D none of the above. So my answer is D. My answer is D, because you see, Purna Swaraj resolution was passed in Lahore. Yes, D is the answer. And a resolution of fundamental right was passed during Karachi session. So it has been yes, Ispriyaji. Pallavi Sinha, yes, very good. So this way you should ensure your okay preparations, and this is very good to find the correct answer from all of you. So CTFS regarding QEIM, this is Quit India Movement. So statement number one: underground radio was started by Achyut Patwardhan, underground radio. Then the second statement, the second statement is yes, the second statement is parallel government were established at Balia and Tamluk. Balia and Tamluk. The third statement, Muslims also participated in the movement. So, which of the statement is Radio USA? Yes, very good. Correct. So, A, 1, 2, 3, B, 3, and C, 3, C2, and 4, none. So my answer is all. All the statement, that is A. A is the answer. All the statements are correct. All the statements are. Muslims also participated in the movement. Yes. Quit India movement. Muslims also participated. Parallel governments were established at Balia and Tamluk. Yes, this is also correct. And the information regarding all. Yes, Anandji, correct. So consider the following statement regarding cabinet mission plan. So we have to consider it. Cabinet mission plan. It directly rejected separate nation demand for Pakistan. So you have to examine whether this statement is correct or not. Then the second statement, groupings of states were proposed in 3 sections. Groupings of states were proposed in 3 sections. Then the third statement, princely states were excluded from British paramountcy. So WOTS, that is which of the statement is correct? A, 1, 2, 3, B, 3, C, 2, and 4. That is D, none. D, none of the above. So my answer is A. All the statements are correct. All the 3 statements are correct. Very good. Arya is telling Bania, Tamluk, and Midnapur. Yes. So A is the answer. A is the answer because the cabinet mission directly rejected separate nation demand for Pakistan. Then grouping of states were proposed in 3 sections, and priestly states were excluded from British paramountcy. So all these statements, the 3 statements are correct. Now let us move to the next question, next MCQ, CTFS, that is consider the following statement. Statement 1 is C. Rajgopalachari formula accepted partition plan. So whether this statement is correct or not. Then Gandhi supported this formula, but Jinnah rejected it. Gandhi supported this formula, but Jinnah rejected it. Now options are A, 1, B, 2, C, both the statements correct, and D, none of the statement is correct. So in this MCQ, my answer is both the statements are correct. Both the statements are correct. C. Rajgopalachari formula accepted partition plan. Yes, accepted partition plan. You should memorize it. Both the statements are correct. C. Rajgopalachari formula accepted partition plan, and Gandhi supported this formula, but Jinnah rejected it. But Jinnah, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, okay, he is known as Qaede-Azam in Pakistan. You should know it. So CTFS, consider the following statement regarding social reformers. Social reformers. So number 1 statement, Mumtaz Ali interpreted verses to support women education. So Mumtaz Ali. Okay, so she was a pioneer as far as the women education is concerned. Now, second, Begum Ruqayya Sakhawat started schools for Muslim girls in Calcutta and Patna. Then the third statement, Pandit Ramabai showcased miserable life of upper caste Hindu women. So which of the statement is correct? A 1 2 3, B 3, C 2, and D none of the above. So in this MCQ, all the statements are correct. All the statements are correct. This question is very, very important because it relates to social reformers. Mumtaz Ali, yes, Aryaji, correct. So Mumtaz Ali interpreted verses to support women education. Begum Rukaiya Sakhawat started schools for Muslim girls. This statement is also correct. Then Pandit Ramabai showcased miserable life of upper caste Hindu women. This statement is also correct. So now, CTFS, once again, consider the following statement regarding education system in colonial area. Okay, education system in colonial India. So, first statement is Christian missionaries were instrumental in promoting education in India. You have to examine this statement and find out whether this statement is correct or not. Then the second statement, Lord Wellesley set up Fort William College to provide education to civil servants. Okay, provide education, you may say training to civil servants. So you have to examine whether this statement is correct or not. So WOTS, see which of the statement is correct? A 1, B2, C, both the statements are correct, and D, none. So the answer has come from Aryaji. Both the statements are correct. Yes, both the statements are correct. Let us revisit. Let us revisit. The Christian missionaries were instrumental in promoting education in India. Yes, of course, Christian missions. And then Lord Wellesley set up Fort William College to provide education to civil servants. This statement is also correct. So let us move to the next important question, that is consider the following statement with regard to permanent settlement. With regard to permanent settlement. So for your kind information, I am going to take only 30 minutes today. 30 minutes today due to some important assignments. So please cope up with me. Cope up with me. Okay. So during that period, I will try my level best to take up so as many questions as we can. So consider the following statement with regard to the permanent settlement system, and we have the statements like first, Jamindars were accepted as permanent owners of land. You have to examine this statement and find out whether this is correct or not. Jamindars. This is a statement one. Jamindars were accepted as permanent owners of the land. Then the second statement, permanent settlement system was limited to Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa. So WOTS A1, B2, C, both the statements are correct, and D, none of the statement is correct. My answer is C, that both the statements are correct. Yes, of course, Jamindar were accepted undoubtedly as permanent owners of the land. Then permanent settlement system was limited to Bihar, Bengal, and Orissa. So this way we have reached to the correct answer of this MCQ. Now let us move to the next important question. Consider the following statement regarding education system during British era. During British era, and we have two important statements. Statement number one, during 19th century, Arabic and Sanskrit language and literature were highly criticized. You have to examine whether this statement is correct or not. Then the second statement, Lord Macaulay emphasized on Anglist culture and education only. So choose the correct code, that is A1, B2, C both correct, and D none of the statement correct. So in this very MCQ, my answer is both the statements are correct. Both the, yes, C is the correct answer. Very good, Sprihaji. Wonderful. During 19th century, let us revisit, relook. During 19th century, Arabic and Sanskrit language and literature were highly criticized, and Lord Macaulay emphasized on English culture and education only. Yes, Anandji, correct. So now the next question is, consider the following statement regarding revolt of 1857. Revolt of 1857. Just see, my purpose is to make a revision. Okay, because I know very well that you have developed a grip over the subjects. Okay, you are attempting the MCQs every day, just in the fine morning. Okay, today itself I have sent, and every day I am sending you. So you are doing the practice, and it has to pay you during your prelims examination. Okay, it is going to pay you. So it is non-stop, every day, and on Sunday, GS1 and GS2 both. GS1 and GS2 both. So this way, just in a planned way, okay, framing a strategy, we have to move on. And what is needed? Your consistency. Okay, be regular with me. Be regular with me. So let us move to the next question. Consider the following statement regarding revolt of 1857. We have two statements. Educated middle class actively participated in the revolt. So who participated in the 1857 mutiny, or you may say revolt? The second statement, Southern India was also participated in the outrage against Britishers. Southern India. So WOT, which of the statement is correct? A, 1, B2, C, both, and D, none. My answer is none. That is, D is the answer. Okay, D is the answer. Both the statements are incorrect, because educated middle class actively participated. The middle class was uneducated. So this statement cannot be true. This statement cannot be correct. And Southern India was also participating in the outrage against Britishers. No, it was 100% North India and a little bit Central India activity. Central India activity. So this way, the answer is D. That is, both the statements are incorrect. Now the final question in history segment, that is, consider the following statement regarding outcome of 1857 revolt. What was the outcome of the 1857 revolt? And we have three statements. It led to the end of company rule. You have to examine whether this statement is correct. Okay. Second, it led to the end of Mughal dynasty. Then third, it led to abolition of title Peshwa. So WOTS, which of the statement is correct? A1, B2, C, 1, 2, 3, and D, none. So what is going to be your answer? What is going to be your answer? My answer is C. All the statements are correct. These are the effects of, these are the after effects of the 1857 revolt. It led to the end of company rule. Yes, correct. Then it led to the end of Mughal dynasty. Yes, Mughal dynasty no more. Now it led to, because Bahadur Shah Jafar, he participated and he was finished. So it led to the end of Mughal dynasty. Then the third statement, it led to abolition of title Peshwa. So this statement is also correct. So our answer should be C. That is 1, 2, 3. All the statements are correct. Now I am going to emphasize something about the polymetallic nodules, exploration of polymetallic nodules and Central Indian Ocean basin, and what are the minerals. You may see cobalt. Okay, cobalt. And during our physical class in Top Achiever, we have already discussed micro manganese. So just as manganese, we may find a question that minerals and their location, minerals and location. So I am going to emphasize this very important topic, micromanganese in Lakshadweep region. This is Lakshadweep. Micromanganese relates to Lakshadweep. Then phosphate sediment. This locates to, okay, it locates in the area Karwar, Mangalore and Chennai. Karwar, Karwar, Mangalore and Chennai. Gas hydrates, this has been found in Mannar Basin. Mannar Basin. Then cobalt, very important mineral. So Andaman Sea. It has been found in Andaman Sea, cobalt. So what is PNP? PNP is polymetallic nodule program. PNP is polymetallic nodule program, and it is also called manganese nodules. Manganese nodules. So the why India is interested in exploring the Indian Ocean basin? Okay, because the international, okay, because the international 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 uh, mm, okay, International Seabed Authority, they have extended the exploration rights by 5 years. 5 years. So up to which year it may be asked? So that is 2022. Extended 5 years up to which year? 2022. So India's status, you should know the India's status. What is India's status? India's status is pioneer investor. Pioneer investor. And it was given in the year 1987. Approximately it is 75,000 square kilometer, that you should note it down. 75,000 square kilometer, then 1600 kilometer away from southern tip of our country. 1600 kilometer away from southern tip of our country. So what do they contain? They contain nickel, copper, cobalt, lead, molybdenum, cadmium, and titanium, but not least, there are so many other. So this is very, very important as far as your prelims examination is concerned. Exploration of polymetallic nodules by India, and we should concentrate on India's rights to explore. Okay, so where explore? Central Indian Ocean basin. What is the area? Then how far it is away from the southern tip of our country? Then the details of different minerals being found in different areas. Okay, so this way, this is very, very important, and this is the reason that I have brought this before you. So now the most important information, which just for your revision sake, I'm sure that you are remembering it. Bering Strait. Okay, Bering Strait, it is between Alaska and Asia. Bering Strait, Strait. And it is Muhana in Hindi, Muhana. So it links Arctic Ocean and Bering Sea. This is very, very important, just for your revision sake, and you should memorize it here in the class itself. Park Strait, Palk, Park Strait, the location, it is in between India and Sri Lanka. In between India and Sri Lanka. Another important information, it links Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. Okay, Park Strait, it links Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. Malacca, 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 Malacca location in between Malaysia and Sumatra. Malaysia and Sumatra. You should memorize it here in the class itself. Now it links Java Sea, JAVA, Java Sea and Bay of Bengal. Java Sea and Bay of Bengal. This is very, very important, Malacca. Then Gibraltar, another important location. And what is the location of Gibraltar? Between Spain and Africa. Africa is a continent and Spain is a country, European country. So Gibraltar, the location is in between Spain and Africa. Then it links Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Sea. Gibraltar किसको किसको लिंक करता है बाबू? The Mediterranean Sea, भूमध्य सागर, and the Atlantic Ocean. Now Florida, okay, Florida Strait. We are discussing the strait, Florida Strait. And what is the location of Florida? Florida is in between Florida and Bahama Island. Florida and Bahama Island. So then link, you have to memorize it itself in the class. So Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic. Okay, it links the Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic. Then another most important strait is Dover, Dover, Dover Strait, and its location. It is in between England and France. In between England and France. I'm very much sure that you all are knowing these geographical facts, map related facts, but still I am just reading it out only for the sake of your revision. Okay, revision. So it links, we are talking about Dover Strait. It links North Sea and Atlantic Ocean. North Sea and Atlantic Ocean. Now I am going to do two more straits. Okay, the next one is Bab el Mandeb. Bab el Mandeb, very good. And then the location is Saudi Arabia and Africa. It is in between Saudi Arabia and Africa. It links Red Sea and the Arabian Sea. This is very, very important. You should not forget. It links, okay, Bab el Mandeb links Red Sea and the Arabian Sea. Then the last one is Bosphorus. Bosphorus location is Asian Turkey and European Turkey. It is in between, Bosphorus Strait is in between Asian Turkey and European Turkey. Then it links Black Sea and Sea of Marmora, Marmora. Okay, you might have heard it, Black Sea and Sea of Marmora. So this information is very, very important. That's why I have brought it for your knowledge. So this way you should ensure your preparation, and this is very, very important with respect to your prelims examination. Now let us see something about the polity segment and what are the areas important just for your revision sake. Okay, the Indian Constitution, questions derived from the Indian Constitution, and we should memorize the very origin, the very existence of the Indian Constitution. Okay, and we should connect it right since 1773, that is Regulating Act 1773, 1784 Pitt's India Act, and then after you see the Charter Acts. The Charter Acts, what is the trick to memorize the Charter Acts? They have 3 as last digit, 3. Just take for example 1793, 1813, 1833, and then 1853. So there are 4 Charter acts. So this way, we should also memorize the important facts related to these acts. Okay, because these acts came during the company rule. Company rule. So, so the prime purpose of East India Company was to trade with India, but in due course they went for territorial annexation. Territorial annexation. And the British government was not sleepy. The moment it saw that they are fulfilling their territorial aspirations, okay, the territory became the British territory, that is British dominion, that is British paramountcy, whatsoever you may name it, British sovereignty ultimately. Now, most important thing related to all these acts. 1773, just you memorize with me, just you listen me, and just you recollect. There are only four important points regulating act. If UPSC asks you, they will put a question regarding the governor of Bengal becoming governor general of Bengal. This is it. Then the Supreme Court, okay, and then after the the staffs of East India Company, they were not allowed to be engaged into trade, private trade. So these were the important points, and for the first time, executive executive council of four members, executive council of four members to aid and advise the governor general, to aid and advise the governor general. Now try to concentrate, try to catch this concept. Four members. Now the council is taking shape. This is the seed, and ultimately in 1950, what will happen? Indian Constitution and Parliament, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, okay, then President. So such is the uh, uh, interesting fact related to this type of study, and you should try to connect things in this way. If you are able to connect things, then you are able to conceptualize this. This is my intention. Now, something about the Pitt's India Act that came in the year 1784. 1784. So, the court of director that became responsible only for commercial affairs. Court of director. Now they are talking of two things: court of director and board of control. Board of control was made responsible for political affairs. Political affairs. So the because what happened in the year 1764, okay, Battle of Buxar took place. Now the army of Mir Qasim, Sujaudullah, the Nawab of Awadh, and Shah Alam, the then Mughal emperor, okay, they are defeated, badly defeated. The East India Company got the Diwani rights, you might be remembering. So, and for that purpose, the East India Company had annexed the territory in our country. So, through this act, Pitt's India Act, the territories annexed by the East India Company became British possession. British possession. So you should not forget this very thing. So this is all about Pitt's India Act, the major facts, the major points to memorize. Now let us see the Charter Act, and the first Charter Act is 1793. So through this act, Governor General was empowered, and Board of Control. Now the members, the staffs, the officials of Board of Control were allowed to be paid through the Indian revenue. Indian revenue, that is they were allowed to be paid from the outcome of the Indian, okay, the Indian revenue. So simply you should take this point. Then comes 1813, and then after interval of 20 years, after just add 20 years, another charter act, that is in the year 1833. Once again add 20 years, 1853, you will find charter act. So these three charter acts are very, very important, and we should expect at least one question from these charter acts. 1813, trade monopoly of East India Company gone. You should memorize it. Okay. They ask, UPSC asks, through which act, okay, it is through 1813, the Charter Act, the trade monopoly of East India Company gone, and the sovereignty of crown was established. Okay. There was a question during previous year with regard to this very fact. Now, Western education spreaded, and the local government were allowed to collect the taxes. So these are the most important points related to 1813 Charter Act. You should not forget. And I am very much hopeful that you are memorizing it, okay, during this class itself. Now 1833, the Governor General of Bengal became Governor General of India. So it's quite easy to memorize it here in the class itself. And open competition started for civil services. So these two facts, these are the most important facts related to 1833. Then 1853, okay, legislative and executive both were separated. Six new members were inducted to the legislative council, which became a mini parliament. Then legislation became main function of the government, and local representation was introduced for the first time. So this way we are able to memorize 1853 as well. So here I am going to conclude this discussion with respect to the seed of, okay, you may say the background of Indian Constitution, and you are easily catching it, because what is coming then after 1853, we have reached this point. Now 1857, the revolt. What will happen? East India Company finished, then British Crown, they will bring what? 1858 GOI, Government of India Act. Now the GG of India becomes Viceroy as well. So what will be the requirement then after? Because due to the revolt, yes, 1858, very good. So I am sure everybody is listening me. Thank you, Esprihaji, your quick response. So what will be the need of the hour? Now, the very first thing behind these acts during 1773 and then after was to control the East India Company. Now, what is the requirement of the day after 1857? To appease the Indian people, to appease. And what will be the modus operandi? To give them representation. Then after representation, to give them voting rights. Then after, to give them constitution, and then after, to give them independence. They will go away. So these things will happen. These things will happen, and you have to pick up, because you are going to become a civil servant. So stage by stage, such things happened in our country. Such things happened in our country, because what will happen in 1885? The Indian National Congress was founded. Then after, it was divided into Naram Dal, Garam Dal. Then after, okay, they were view of self-dominion. Okay, dominion status, you may say. Dominion status. Then after, they talked about Swayatata, Swaraj. Then after, in due course, they raised voice for Purna Swaraj. Purna Swaraj. And then after, if their demand was not fulfilled, then quit India movement, and after that, independence. So this way, you should memorize the events, the chronology, and the historical facts interwoven with respect to Indian history and polity. Indian history and polity. So I think we are running with time. So today it is all with you, and on next day I will conclude the acts, and then after I will take some important articles, discuss with you some important constitution related judgments by the Supreme Court of India. Okay, and on Wednesday, that is coming Wednesday, we will be doing economy. Then after Friday, at the same time, we will be doing science and technology. Okay, every day you have to attempt the mock tests every day. Okay, and be regular, maintain your good health, maintain your good temperament, be positive, be positive, take away all those, throw away. Okay, just think that negativity is COVID-19. There is no difference between negativity and COVID-19. Do not think other than UPSC. This should be your first and foremost thinking. Whatsoever you are going to do, that should relate to your goal of life. Okay, now the day has come, because July is going to be no more. We have to enter into August, September, and then after 4th October is our D-Day. We have to clinch the medal. We have to excel. So this should be your temperament. So thank you for joining me, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.